another Sunday video. I should start calling these Park Chronicles, because I don't know, I think when you live in the city and you're able to find a park where it's like quiet and peaceful, it's kind of cool. Yeah. If you hear barking, it's because I'm sitting in front of a dog park. Kind of wish I had a dog, but I'm allergic to dogs, so that's part of the reason why I don't have a dog. But they're so cute. That one's so big and fluffy. They look like little people. Okay, anyway. So, this week's video, I decided that I was going to talk about something that, okay, you know how more often than not we'll hear people talk about remember where you come from, and they kind of say it in the sense of remember where you came from in terms of like, oh, you know, you weren't always this way, you weren't always here, you weren't always living large and doing all these different things that you're doing now. So they'll say it to you like, you know, remember where you come from, and whether that's like a bad upbringing or just a bad part of town or not the best place to live or whatever the case is, abuse, all these different things. When people think of remember where you come from, they think of it like that. And I do as well. But today, I wanted to talk about remembering where you come from, not so far back as like 20, 30 years ago, but literally like 3, 5, 10 years ago. And I want to make this video because I know sometimes when you get overwhelmed and you get to that place where you're working really hard and you're trying to do different things, and you get onto social media and you see people posting, you know, all their travel pics and all the great things they're doing with their business and all the money they're making, and they bought a new car, they bought a new house, and they did all these things, and you feel happy for them. Sometimes you feel happy for them, but a part of you inside kind of feels like, why am I not there yet? Why can't I see, I guess, the fruits of my labor? Why does it seem like it always takes so long for me? And then you see someone who looks like they've been doing it for a minute and already they're buying like a mansion or something. So I wanted to do this video to say, remember where you come from, in terms of just thinking about the fact that at the end of the day, whatever place you are in right now, as shitty as it might be, just try to focus right now as I'm speaking to you on one particular thing that you know is going good for you. Something that you know, yeah, like this is working out for me. I don't know how long it's gonna last or when the shit's gonna hit the fan, but right now this one particular thing is really working out for me. I want you to focus on that for a minute. And when I say remember where you're coming from, I'm saying ask yourself this: that thing that you're focusing on that's actually going well for you 3 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, did you even have the thought that this is something that you could do? This is something that was possible for you? This is the place you'd be at in your life? I know, like, just, what was it, maybe 6, 7 years ago, I know I always said I wanted to live downtown, but it was never something in my mind that I thought, okay, yeah, that's something I'm going to be doing soon. It was just like a thought, like, yeah, it'd be really cool to live downtown and have the conveniences of being in the city and just the energy and everything down here. And I didn't know that 7 or 8 years later I'd be down here. I didn't know that 7 or 8, 10 years later I'd be owning my own business, started a second one, full-time entrepreneur on my own, yeah, I had the dream and I had the ideas maybe, but I never really knew how I was going to execute that. So more often than not, when I think of remember where you're coming from, I don't go all the way far back until like when I was a kid. I go back to just like 5 years ago, 2 years ago, a year, less than a year ago, when I was like working 7 days straight, working a full-time job, running my business part-time, and with my crazy self deciding to start a second one. So understand when I tell you that whatever it is you're going through and whatever's happening at the moment, just remember where you're coming from. Remember that just not too long ago, the things that you have now you didn't have. The connections you made, you didn't have those connections. The deals that you're signing, the opportunities that you're getting, you didn't have all of that. And when you focus on how far you're coming from and what you have versus what you don't have, and comparing it to someone else's life or someone else's Instagram feed, I know I do it, so I'm not immune to it. So I'm speaking from a place of I've been there, I've done that, and sometimes it still happens. I still scroll through my Instagram and thinking, damn, I want to go to Bali. Like, I want to go to these places, and you know what? One day I'm going to, but I look at today and realize that 8 years ago, I look back at my life and notice that for 7 years I didn't travel. And I decided to make a change and start traveling more. No, wait, that was 4 years ago. 4 years ago I realized this, and I was like, no more, enough's enough. I might not be traveling to like Thailand and all these different places, but I'm gonna make an effort to make sure that I'm traveling at least 1 or 2 times out of the year. And one of the things I said was that I was gonna go to one new place every year and not like continuously go back to the same place every time, even though, you know, I love Jamaica. I gotta go to other places and see the world. So 4 years, it takes time, and understand that wherever you are now, you weren't there 2 days ago, 10 weeks ago, a year ago. Count your blessings, focus on that, and stop trying to keep up with the Joneses or compare yourself to whoever and whatnot. Because I'm not gonna lie, sometimes half of those people that are posting things on Instagram, they don't have it either. So just run your race, pay attention to what you have to do, and yeah, that's about it. But if it's your first time coming to my channel, thank you. Go ahead, subscribe. For those of you who have checked out my videos before, thank you so much. Go ahead, like, share, comment. I'm posting twice a week now, so look out for videos on Sundays and on Thursdays. The Thursday videos, are gonna be more like the behind the scenes of the Unchained CEO stuff that I've been doing, and then also just some more get to know me type of vlogs. And then the Sundays will continue with the motivation stuff. So when you watch this, I will be in New York City at my first speaking engagement, so I'm super excited about that, and I'm gonna be vlogging that, so you guys will be able to check that out probably the following Thursday. Yeah. Anyway, have a blessed weekend, have an amazing week to come, and I'll see you guys in the next one.